What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is a very exciting day for me and all F1 players. Codemasters have announced F1 2020. I felt that everybody was a bit uncertain regarding this game with the current situation happening in the world. We didn't know if we were going to get all of the races in the game, with some of them being canceled. We didn't know if the game was going to be delayed because everybody's working from home now. But luckily for us, the release date is Friday, July 10th, 2020. It's only like 2-3 weeks later than F1 2019's release date, so it's actually not really being delayed at all. Fortunately for us, there is going to be the full 22 races in the game, even the ones that have been canceled, like Monaco and Australia, I think have been totally canceled. A lot of them postponed, so we don't know which races are actually going to happen in real life or not. But yeah, Friday, July 10th, 3 days early access for players who get the Deluxe Edition. I'll get more into the Deluxe Edition a little bit later on in the video, but first I want to talk about the addition to the game that I'm most excited for. My Team mode. You create the 11th team on the grid. So basically you're building a whole team from scratch here to race with the other 10 teams on the grid. You have your own driver, so you're still going to be driving it. There might be some sort of like simulate mode. I'm not entirely sure yet. They haven't really announced too many details, but you create your own driver. You get to choose your own livery for your car, choose the sponsors for the car, hire your own teammate, and you build facilities to hopefully help you with your R&D. I'm really excited. The possibilities here are endless for what this game mode includes. Obviously, you're going to create your own driver, so you can drive along with your teammate that you hire. I'm assuming that all of everything that's happening here is going to revolve around some sort of like money system, or maybe they just use the R&D points that you have in career mode, but sponsors will probably give you money depending on how good they are, and then the different engine suppliers will probably be different. I imagine different like prices, so like Mercedes and Ferrari might be a bit more expensive than Honda and Renault would be, and then hiring a teammate, depending on how fast they are, maybe they cost more, and then obviously building facilities, it probably costs a bit of money up front, but it might help you reduce the amount of money you're putting into the car for the same upgrades. So like it'd be like the efficiency upgrades in career mode, where instead of paying 500 you're paying 450 for an upgrade or something. So I'm excited for that. You might probably have some like default income from F1, but the sponsors will probably give you most of your money, so I'm really excited for that. And then for My Team career mode and regular career mode, they have a custom season length settings, so you can choose between 10, 16, or the full 22 race season for your career mode. So if you don't want to do full 22 races and you only like 10 of the tracks, like Spa, Monza, Bahrain, whatever 10 you like, you can put those races into a career mode session and then just play those instead of having to do all 22 races, because it is a bit long. But so for the more casual players who just want to get through season after season, they have that option to do shorter seasons, and the users will get to choose which races are in seasons. And I hope there is some sort of like random element to it too. So like you can choose which races you want, or you can be like, oh, okay, I want a 16 race season, but I want each season to have a random 16 races. So there would be 6 races left out each year, and you don't know which 16 will be included or which 10 will be included. I think that would be a very awesome thing if they had that, but that's not confirmed yet. So moving on to the next thing, they're bringing back 2-player split screen. In the past, they said it used too much processing power. It was like too heavy on the game. It wouldn't run smooth enough, but they must have optimized it enough where it doesn't drop the frame rate too much, where they actually be able to include it. This is going to be very exciting. You can play with friends on 2 controllers, or if you have 2 wheels, you can play on the same screen. I don't know how many people are going to use this feature. I'm sure it's more going to be like controller based than wheel based, but it also kind of helps if your friends aren't fully into the sim racing that these next features will help. Quote from the press release: "We're also adding a host of different options designated to help those of you new to the F1 games and adjust the challenge to max your expertise. These modes are in addition to the core F1 and F2 racing experiences, which remain as challenging as ever for those who love the intensity of simulation racing." So this kind of what sounds to me, at least, it's going to make the game a little more arcadey if you decide to do these modes. So you don't have to worry about the actual physics of driving and making sure you're pretty good at driving to keep up. So be more like driving a grid maybe than driving a Assetto Corsa type thing. But that might help for players that aren't actually good at the game, where if you're playing with a friend, 2-player split screen, you can turn on one of these settings and hopefully you'll be able to be more evenly matched and your friend isn't crashing out if they haven't played the game. Also, they announced a new new steering assist, which probably goes in line with the customizable settings here, where if you don't know the tracks and you don't know when turn-in is or whatever, there's a steering assist that will help you. Probably help players on controllers and keyboards too if they don't have a wheel. Now we are finally making our way back to the Deluxe Edition I'm talking about. It's just like the Senna vs. Prost edition of F1 2019. You get, for buying the Deluxe Edition, which I expect to cost probably like $10 more than the normal edition, you get the 4 of Schumacher's cars, the 1991 Jordan 191, I'm gonna say that again, 1991 Jordan 191, the 1994 Benetton B194, the 1995 Benetton B195, and the 2000 Ferrari F1 2000. So you get 4 more classic cars confirmed for the game. They might have more, but these are the ones that you get for buying the Deluxe Edition. You also get exclusive themed liveries and driver items. So like last year we had the Prost and Senna car and helmet and like driver suit. And then also they said that if you buy the Deluxe Edition, you get a unique podium celebration, which leads me into the next point. Are there going to be custom podium celebrations this year? This isn't directly confirmed, but if it is a unique podium celebration, I wonder if this is just going to be like I hope it's not, but this might be like just a thing for the Schumacher events or whatever, or if you're driving as Schumacher. But what I really hope it is you get to choose how your driver celebrates when they get up onto the podium, depending on which place they get. So like first, you might have something for first place, second place, and third place. It would be really awesome to see. It would really liven up the podium celebrations, and then each time there's different drivers on the podium, you get a different podium celebration, which would be really refreshing to see based on the just default cutscenes we've had for the past few years. Finally, in the press release, they had pictures of all the 2020 cars, but these aren't the final in-game models. It looks like they are just the liveries over the generic multiplayer car. So if you just scroll through the pictures really fast, you can see that it's the exact same car model. So you can see how the liveries look in game, but not how the final F1 cars look. But that's all the stuff that's been announced for F1 2020 at the time of recording this video. Hopefully we get more announcements with more new information about what's included in the game as we approach release date. But hopefully, just like how driver transfers weren't announced and we just found out by playing the game when it came out, hopefully there are a few secrets that they aren't going to announce, so we can have something to fully experience and be surprised about when the game comes out. So yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.